here doing a reading, and in case you think this is a superimposed picture behind us, it is not. It is a beautiful darshan of the Grand Canyon, and it is absolutely the closest I will ever probably get this young lady to the canyon. If she would just turn around and look at you.
Because I can see it and I can see what's behind me, so I'm freaking out. I actually can't even lean on this wall. I'm actually freaking out.
I mean, the fact she agreed to do it is why we're doing it.
All right, let's do it. We should do a quick reading, please, everybody.
Quick reading.
Canto 4, chapter 24, text 55.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Okay. Do you want to start?
No, I want you to start.
Oh, Lord. My dear Lord, pure devotional service is even difficult for liberated persons to discharge, but devotional service alone can satisfy you. Who will take to other processes of self-realization if he is actually serious about the perfection of life? Purport. The word satam refers to transcendentalists. There are three kinds of transcendentalists: the jnani, the yogi, and bhakta. Out of these three, the bhakta is selected as the most suitable candidate to approach the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is emphasized herein that only one who is outside devotional service would not engage in searching for the lotus feet of the Lord. Foolish people sometimes maintain that God may be attained in any way, either by karma yoga, jnana yoga, or dhyana yoga, etc. But here it is clearly stated that it is impossible to obtain the mercy of the Lord by any means but bhakti yoga. The word duraradhya is especially significant. It is very difficult to attain the lotus feet of the Lord by any method other than bhakti yoga. Well, there you go. There you go. I'm going to stand up now. That's enough sitting down. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? That you can't attain the Lord any other way but to yoga. But I thought the other paths that are quoted, karma yoga, jnana yoga, that you can, but it's going to take a very long time.
Well, there's the statement in Bhagavad Gita, Bhakti Mam Abhijanati Avanyas Chasmi Tatvataha, which we read a few verses before, where Krishna says that I can only be known by bhakti. So ultimately, I think this karma, gyan, and dhyan have to come to a perfection platform of bhakti before you can achieve the success of seeing the Lord. Does that make sense?
So they take you only so far.
Yeah. Well, they are the yoga ladder in the gradual process to achieving the Lord, but they all have to get to bhakti.
Yes.
So it's like the elevator or the ladder or the steps. Either way, it still has to come up to that point. Like that. Yeah? All right. Text 56. Simply by expansion of his eyebrows, invincible time personified can immediately vanquish the entire universe. However formidable time does not approach the devotee who is taking complete shelter at your lotus feet. Okay, so this is talking now. Lord Shiva has moved his narration to time, which is, as we know, the all-devouring, destructive force in the material world, that the passage of time. And as I'm looking around, because lots of people who come here, most of them are older, and you just see that, the passage of time has had its way with them, as with me,
Me.
Not with me anyway. Purport. In the Bhagavad Gita 10:34, it is said that the Lord, in the shape and form of death, destroys all a person's possessions. Mrityu sarva haras chaham. I am all devouring death. The Lord, in the shape of death, takes away everything that is created by the conditioned soul. Everything in this material world is subject to perish in due course of time. However, all the strength of time cannot hamper the activities of a devotee, for a devotee takes complete shelter under the lotus feet of the Lord. For this reason only is a devotee free from formidable time. All the activities of the karmis and gyanis, which have no touch of devotional service, are spoiled in due course of time. The material success of the karmis is destined to be destroyed. Similarly, the impersonal realization attained by the gyanis is also destroyed in the course of time. Aruya krichtrena param param tataha patantyado nadrita yushmad angrayaha. Bhagavatam 10.2.32. To say nothing of the karmis, the gyanis undergo severe austerities to attain the impersonal Brahmajyoti, but because they do not find the lotus feet of the Lord, they fall down again into this material existence. Unless one is fully situated in unalloyed devotional service, there is no guarantee of liberation. Even if one is elevated to the heavenly planets or to the impersonal Brahman effulgence, a devotee's achievement, even if one is elevated to the heavenly planets or to the impersonal Brahman effulgence. A devotee's achievements, however, is never lost by the influence of time. Even if a devotee cannot completely execute devotional service in his next life, he begins from the point where he left off. That's interesting because we often hear that, but where actually Prabhupada said it is like, yeah, powerful. Okay. Such an opportunity is not given to the karmis and gyanis whose achievements are destroyed. The bhakta's achievement is never destroyed, for it goes on perpetually, be it complete or incomplete. This is the verdict of all the Vedic literature. Suchinam shrinmatam gehi yoga brasta bijayate. If one is unable to complete the process of bhakti yoga, he is given a chance in his next life to take birth in a pure family of devotees or in a rich family. In such families, a person can have a good opportunity to further progress in devotional service. So this is very, very wonderful, very beautiful. Mark this. Hold on. Yeah. So this is a very powerful statement, which is basically referring to the devotional bank account, which is understood that every deposit that is made in the devotional bank account is kept. It's never diminished. Neha bikram nashosi. It's it's not diminished in any way. There's no loss or diminution on the path. And so, as that point I mentioned, when Prabhupada says that, so when you pass away, you come back and you pick up where you left off. So the bank account is there. So there's no diminution by time. The time factor has no effect on that which is eternal, which is spiritual. So if the spiritual spark is maintaining this process of bhakti, then that process of bhakti is lasting, and you can, of course, come back lifetime after lifetime, but you're always making progress, whereas the progress of the gyanis, karmis, and dhyanis, Prabhupada is saying, basically is destroyed. Now, there is a question around that because at the time, we know you come back in your next life, you may have some pious credits from your karmic life in the previous life. You may also have some jnani or yogi inclinations from a previous life. So it's not that everything is lost, I guess, but it's not that you've really made great progress toward the ultimate goal, which is complete surrender to Krishna, like that. That's how I'm understanding it. Any thoughts from your side?
No.
Okay.
Oh, final paragraph. When Yamaraj, the superintendent of death, was instructing his assistants, he told them not to approach the devotees. The devotees should be offered respect, he said, but do not go near them. Thus, the devotees of the Lord are not under the jurisdiction of Yamaraj. Yamaraj is a representative of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he controls the death of every living entity. Yet he has nothing to do with the devotees. Simply by blinking his eyes, time personified can destroy the entire cosmic manifestation. But he has nothing to do with the devotee. In other words, devotional service which is rendered by the devotee in this lifetime can never be destroyed by time. Such spiritual assets remain unchanged, being beyond the influence of time. It's interesting. Yeah, it's that point, picking up from where you left off, and that it's interesting. It's like, yeah, like my parents are very religious. They always grew up with very positive religious
Values.
teachings. and example, I would say. Like every day my dad would sing kirtan after he had his bath. Before he even gets changed, he'd have his towel around him like, Dad, what are you doing? But he'd go into the temple room and he would actually sing in glorification of Lord Ram and Jalaram, who's the guru. And then my mum would always offer her puja would be offering ghee lamp and water. And it's interesting because I saw all that and I just started doing it. And I started offering incense or ghee lamp to Sita Ram. And one time I'm thinking, gosh, why am I doing this? But I was doing it, you know? It's interesting. And having two older brothers, one of them followed in the same way, the other one didn't. So yeah, it's how you might, you know, same family, same parents, same this, that. Some people, you know, some jiva picks it up because they somehow get reconnected and someone doesn't, you know? Yeah, it's interesting how it all works.
Yeah, I think in the previous verse it was also stating, oh no, in this one it mentioned, taking birth in a pious family, taking a fortunate birth. So it's clear that you've carried something over from your previous life to take a birth where you have pious parents, you're worshiping the deity from a young age, and hearing the pastimes and stories. So this is all very good. Apart from myself, I have no idea how I wound up in, the family that I did, and so many different things. Not in a derogatory way, just far from rich or positive or pious. So anyway, I think we're going to finish here so that my wife can pull herself together. And thank you very much for tuning in again. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai.